Wes, sure nice to help you with your game, and this is the big deal. The old gold over here on our left versus the new blue over here on our right. That's the main thing I want you to learn to do better as a result of our time together yesterday relative to your 2-second swing, relative to your full swing. Instead of that on the left, you want this on the right, like we're seeing with the tour players. That was the first practice swing you took, working on that, and here's the first ball you hit. You pulled it off right away, Wes. That's pretty sweet to see. Not everybody pulls it off as well when the ball's there, but you pulled it off quite nicely, and you didn't really hit anything that resembled a slice at all, hardly, with that iron. And with the wood, you had a couple that looked a little more like a slice, but not many. You still had a lot of good strong drivers. And you see here's the difference. The one on the right was the first swing I think you took with the driver, and that you pounded it. It started to the right very strong over here with the new blue. But then the very next swing you didn't quite do as well with it, and so that one on our left was back to a weaker slice. Big difference here in these two swings. And the one on the right's not perfect, but because it was so much better on our analog continuum, that was a much better swing over here on our right. The ball flight was much better. And that one again, that one was decent. Right there, because again, you see how much closer it is to being on plane, like we're seeing with all the tour players. And to give you a good feel for another example of the significance of what I showed you while you were out playing yesterday. I'll show you this other video. This is on the 4th hole. You played this hole yesterday, so here's one of my young students hitting his driver. See, that's up here on the right, right over there, on the right side of the fairway. You can see it bouncing a little bit. And so he's hitting 10 drives here on the 4th hole. You see that one was a little bit of a smothered hook, kind of went straight. It bounced here in the rough. It's bouncing up on the left side of the rough, short rough, into the fairway, right there. And so remember, there are only two kinds of drives, in play and out of play. That one's over there on the right again, so you got that one much more solid. See, it's bounding up the middle of the fairway. Well, what you'll see here as he goes through the batch is that that's the last one he hits. That got in the rough, but there are 3 of them, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll zoom in again here for you. There's one in the left rough you can't see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a 10th one. So you see, again, these aren't all straight down the middle, but they're all in play. So that's golf success for a drive. And then relative approach would be the same kind of thing, where you would see, as long as the balls end up as a putt or a chip for the next shot rather than a pitch, I'm going to say that's good news. And then this relates very much to your 2-second swing, because you want better misses instead of that two-way miss that you experienced out on the course yesterday and that you're experiencing, like you said, in your rounds. So this way you start swinging it on plane better and better as time goes on, Wes. You'll be able to see those misses get better with the drive and the approach, where your drive will be in play more often instead of out of play too often, and the approach will be leaving a lot more putts and chips rather than pitches. Like on number 2 yesterday, your first hole you left 3 pitches. On the next hole you left 3 pitches. Then on the next hole you left 2 putts and 1 pitch. So out of 9 approaches, you left 7 pitches and 2 putts and no chips. So you still shot 6 over for those 9 holes, but you can see it's going to get a lot better out on the course if you can get the full swing better on the video. And you got to get used to it, obviously, Wes, as time goes on. But this is the one you want to remember right here. That's what you're after. And then, like I said, put the ball there, and the very first one, you pulled it off. So it starts to the right like on TV. Thanks so much, Wes. I'll talk to you soon.
Hi, this is Joel. I'm here at Dr. Todd Elworth's office. He's one of the best chiropractors in the region. He's a TPI certified golf fitness professional, and I really want you to know about him because he can help you a lot with your golf fitness, just as he's helped my young student Taylor here in the last year or so.
And how we met, Taylor came into my office with back pain. What we took him through is numerous screens to find out why he had the back pain. I don't only treat back pain, but my second goal is to find out exactly why he has this problem. So we analyzed him, we find out he has some certain weaknesses, we put him on some strengthening exercises. He's doing very well.
He's done great. He's had very little back pain, and that's mainly because he injured himself working too hard at the golf course. So he's done his exercises, he's felt great. I'm very, very thankful that Todd's been able to help Taylor in this great way. And I want him to help you too if you have any questions at all about your golf fitness.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is Joel Suggs. I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend and showing you your swing on the 2D equipment that I have. And so I want to take about 2 or 3 minutes to just show you around Meadowlink. This is the studio I use in the winter for all my students. You see there's the down-the-line camera angle for our 2D equipment. And then we have the face-on camera angle also. And then what we also have here is 3D equipment to where I can show you your swing from 6 different camera angles with this 3D equipment. And we can get your swing from down to the 1/120th of a second in terms of exactly what your hips, shoulders, and hands are doing in the swing. And then also, I have the most realistic hitting curve I've ever seen from puttersedge.com. So when you hit your full shots, it feels as realistic as possible. And then I have 3 different green speeds for you to practice your putting. 9.5 on the step meter, 10.5 on the step meter, and 12.5 on the step meter. That's benefited my students tremendously. And then also I have a lot of learning aids like this Smart Stick. You can see the rest of those learning aids over here in my bag that we can work on to help you learn the certain fields in your golf swing that you and I both want. And then also I help my students a lot with their equipment through the winter. This is a frequency analyzer where we twang your club and it gives us a reading here. And then also we plot your whole set, each club on these lines to see if the set is really matched or not. Quite often they aren't, and it helps my students tremendously when they find out what clubs are the offending clubs. And then if we get tired of being indoors and we want to go outdoors and hit some, we can do that. It's my daughter. Ellie, good to see you. I haven't seen her in weeks. No wonder you've been gone, Ellie. You've been out here playing in the snow all this time. But this is our natural turf area. This is closed until April, as you can see. But it's a fantastic area where we can step outside and hit some balls and get some real ball flight. Or, if we get pretty satisfied and things are looking better on the video here, we're kind of cooped up inside and want to go outside, we can step on out and hit balls and see real ball flight for about 5 or 10 or 15 minutes, however long you and I can stand the cold, out into the air, and we see them land at these different flags. I have a yardage book for this driving range. It's the first one I've ever seen in my life where we know exactly what it is with the front, back, and middle of each green. And again, the covered area here is heated, so we stay out there for about 5, 10, 15 minutes, like I said. It enables us to see some ball flight, and then we get satisfied that things are looking the way we want, and we come back inside take off our coat and look again at the video equipment to see how your swing's looking, to make sure that you understand it. And then notice too, my exercise ball up top here, and then also, so I help my students a lot with their fitness through the winter, and then I will help you also with your sports psychology, with your golf psychology from the golfpsych.com people down in Texas. That's helped my students tremendously a lot over the years too. So again, I sure enjoyed meeting you down at the Cincinnati Golf Show this weekend. I look forward to seeing you again out here this summer at Meadowlinks, or even right now in the winter. I have a lot of people that work on their games with me right through the winter. Check out more information about the things I do to help you at joelsuggs.com. Take care.